Today, we'll be diving into one of the most beautiful chapters on why we need to know about social science and what is social science. I know you're already bored by looking at what is there in your textbook, but wait, it is my turn to make that boring upside down and make it one of the most beautiful chapters that you have come across. Okay, hey there, all. I hope you are all doing great. So, before I start with the chapter, I want you guys to keep a notebook and some stationery that you're comfortable with so you can take down notes when I am teaching you and keep your doubts aside. So, after I finish teaching you this chapter, you can put all of your doubts in the comment box so I can get back with your answers. So, hey there, all. I'm Ananya. To know more, you can just look into the slide. So, let's start with the lesson. Okay, so what is social science? So, social science is the study of people and how we basically interact with the world around us. Okay, so social science helps us understand cultures, it helps us understand history, governments, economies, much more. Okay, social science basically, in broad sense, means the study of society and the manner in which how people behave and how it influences us. Okay, so social science in how can we understand social science in the world that's beyond us? So, geography helps us understand the social science through the world beyond us. So, maybe it's about how the geography affects our life. Maybe the Himalayas. Why is it there? Why is that? Does that become a natural border? How does it affect us? The rivers, basically climate change. All of this are influencing us people somewhere, right? So, social science helps us understand more deeply on what world we live in, why we need to understand the world we live in, and how we can make the world a better place for all of us to live in it. Let's do a small activity. Take a globe, spin the globe, and stop it with your finger. So, there is a spot that your finger has stopped. Explore that place so you can understand the world beyond you, right? So, what about history and why does knowing history helps us understand social science? So, history is very important to us because it provides us a context of how it is the society has changed over the time, over the stages, right? So, how it is developed. So, many of the problems that we are facing today, right, in our a lot of regions that we are facing problems today are all because of our past. Our past is connected to the present. Hence, knowing our history is very important. History is something that we can't throw aside. It is a part of our life. We need to know our history so that we can understand how the society works better. So, you know that the past is present in the tradition, in laws, and even the food we eat has some essence of past in it. Okay, so what about governance and democracy? So, if you have to understand governance and democracy, we need to become a responsible citizen. So, what does it mean to be a responsible citizen? Being a responsible citizen means you're doing the best for the country, you're working for the best of the country, you're trying to do everything as possible to make the country a better place. So, that's a responsible citizen. Plus, you know how you have to attain your freedom, your rights. If you are well enough for that, knowing that, that means you're a responsible citizen. So governance and democracy are interconnected. They both are like brothers and sisters, or they're like twins. They are interconnected. So both of them are the one up on how power can be distributed in the society, how the decisions are made in society. That all depends on the governance and the democracy that people are taken upon. So good governance is always a reflection of the society. So if there is good governance, there's transparency, there's accountability, citizens are more informed and more engaged, so making us contribute more to the society. That's why there should be good governance and good democracy. What about the economic life around us? Economic life around us are like how families earn and spend money. Maybe by business work, by doing goods and services. For example, I go to a shop, buy 10 rupees Oreo biscuit packet. And by the 10 rupees Oreo biscuit packet, I'm giving business to the shopkeeper. So that's how this goods and services exchange, right? So basically, by studying the economy that's around us, we understand how societies function and how people's life has changed by the choices they make about money and resources and how it's been changed over time. Okay, mapping the world. Maps are very powerful. Okay, because they help us navigate the world in many ways. Think of like you have to go to a place. So you open a map and you help. It helps us understand different places, different cultures, maybe planning trips with our family, with our friends, even understanding the current affairs and current things happening in world. Maps help us. Or even when we are lost and we need to get somewhere, maps lead us there, right? So maps are the way people shrink the big world into a small paper size or phone size map. So we can see all of the world in one place, making it much easier to understand and explore. So, how can you map the world? You can map the world through scale, which represents real world distances, through direction, that is north, south, east, and west. Then you have symbols, which is actually the language of maps. Then you have longitude and latitude, that coordinates and pinpoints any location. Then you have time zones, which varies across globes, and you understand why does time vary, right? So, and social science is one of the most exciting journey of discovery. All you have to do is keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning. So, before I leave, please refer to the blog given below, which includes the chapter notes, and you can make your own notes by looking at it. I'll give you guys three questions, which is in the next slide. All you have to do is look at those questions and answer them in the comment box. Those who answer them, you will be given a special Paathshala goodie. So let's dive in. Question number one. How has geography of India, specifically the Himalayas and its rivers, influenced its cultures and history? Give examples. Choose one Indian festival, explain its origins, traditions, and significance. And what does this festival tell you about Indian culture? So imagine you're creating your own treasure map of your community. What symbols would you use in that map? How would you represent a scale in that map? What kind of instructions are you giving to someone who's trying to find the treasure? So these are the three questions. I thank you all for coming on this wonderful journey of social science. If you want to know more, if you want to learn more, follow Paathshala.